Welcome to MHStv. I'm Jason, and this is your news for Friday, March 5th, 2021. Mishawaka High School is holding a performing arts showcase in the MHS Auditorium tomorrow, Saturday, March 6th at 7 p.m. Also, it will be streamed on the Mishawaka Network YouTube page for those who won't be able to make it. Good luck to those in the show. Last Friday, the MHS Theater held a meeting for their upcoming spring musical, The Wizard of Oz. Next week on March 9th and March 10th, auditions will be held in the auditorium. If you are interested in auditioning for a role or being part of stage crew, there's a mandatory Google form to fill out. Email Miss Such for the Google form. Last week at the school board meeting, a new block schedule for the next school year was proposed. The proposed idea is to have 4 classes every day instead of the current 8 classes every other day. Also, they would move to 4 9-week quarters for grading terms. The pros behind this schedule include reducing stress for students, reducing student numbers for teachers per quarter, and more opportunities to recover credits and help prevent problems for snowballing for students who are behind. Last week was Public Schools Week. This week celebrates the great accomplishments and needs of public education. MHStv reporter Parker Norris was on location to highlight how English teacher Beth Schwitz celebrated public schools with her students.
In honor of Public Schools Week, English teacher Beth Schwitz decided to integrate a lesson about public education into her normal curriculum, with an important purpose for her students.
I think it's important for our students to reflect on their education and appreciate what they are getting in a classroom, especially with the pandemic going on and the virtual learning. It's been tough on our kids.
Within the lesson, Schwitz wanted her students to understand how valuable public schools are.
We read an article earlier in the week about public schools and the positives. Because lately in the news, as everybody knows, public schools have been kind of getting a bad rap. So I wanted the kids to see positives and then take, like I said, their reflection and apply it to that.
Her ultimate goal was to have each student put their thoughts onto paper as they drafted tweets that highlighted their feelings towards public education.
I think they have gained an understanding with the tweets that they shared in my lesson. You know, they all seem to pinpoint something specific that they gained in School City of Mishawaka.
This was a first for this type of lesson for Schwitz, and it provided her students with a new perspective on their education.
I think it went well. I think the kids liked it. It was something relevant to them to be doing a tweet. So yeah, I think it's something that I might continue to do.
This was the first full week of 4-day in-person learning. The School City of Mishawaka has released new plans for in-person attendance. The new schedule will take effect after spring break. Students are to attend school every day with no days off for remote learning. Ideally, this new school system will extend until the end of the school year in late May. JYMS made their leap to the new 4-day plan last Thursday, February 25th, while MHS had to wait till Friday due to someone making a threat. MHS was told to not go into school. Within 24 hours, they found the suspect and arrested him, which allowed them to return everybody to MHS on Friday. The person who made this threat was a 15-year-old juvenile from LaPorte. Thank you to the Mishawaka Police and others who helped with this situation. The Bowling Mobile Unit visited Emmons Elementary School this past Monday. The Mobile Vision Center performs free medical eye exams and gives 2 free pairs of glasses to those in need. This past Monday, the Bowling Mobile Unit gifted new glasses to about 50 students. Thanks to this partnership, Mishawaka students can now see a brighter education.
Last Friday night, the boys basketball team traveled to St. Joe to take on the 16-4 Indians. The boys played hard, but would end up losing by a score of 66-81. Trent Johnson would finish with 32 points. On Wednesday night, the boys went to Michigan City for the first round of sectionals. They came out strong and beat LaPorte 68-46. They advanced to face Adams tonight at Michigan City. Quite a few of our spring sports teams are going to be competing during March. The boys basketball team will wrap up their season over the next week or so. Then we have boys and girls track, girls tennis, and softball competing several times from the 17th to the end of the month. I hope you are ready to see the Cavemen compete. That's all your sports for this week. Now over to some local news stories.
With the transition from February to March, winter also turns to spring. Snow has started to melt and temperatures have been rising over this past week, getting as warm as into the mid-40s. Let's hope temperatures continue to rise as spring approaches. We will also experience a time change on March 14th, springing forward 1 hour. As of February 28th, the Potawatomi Zoo announced their new campaign, Big and Loud. They plan to raise $4.5 million towards a new giraffe habitat, making this the largest campaign Potawatomi Zoo has ever held. This new installment will be 2.5 acres of housing for giraffes, ostriches, and zebras. A new vaccine has been made accessible. We are currently up to 3 vaccines now with the recent release and FDA approval of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The main difference between the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is the fact that it's a single dosage, unlike the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines, which require 2 dosages. That's all your news for this week. Shout out to Mr. Buckman. Have a great weekend, Caven, and enjoy the warm weather.